Kevin was a typical happy child. There was always laughter and always playing and happy and all. He was always very normal.
So age passed by. When he became age 3, his age other kids were start talking, but Kevin was non-verbal. So the first, when the doctor was asking about, have you heard about developmental delay? We said no. Have you heard about autism? We didn't know, because that's the first interview we're having with the developmental pediatrician. So we didn't think that much of seriousness. We thought it's like you're having a fever, taking a Tylenol, you'll be okay. So we were expecting doctor to prescribe some sort of medication to come out of the autism.
At that time, we have never heard of this type of handicap or disability, and we were wondering what happened. It's something new, never heard of. We have never heard any of our friends or anyone having it. So we wanted to know more about it, and I was in denial. Actually, I wouldn't believe it that there's something wrong with my child, because everything else was okay. It's just that he wasn't talking. So it took a while.
So one of my friend, she recommended Geeta. So we called Geeta. So and we explained to Geeta about our son. So Geeta recommended that she asked whether we know about Mukibam. So Mukibam have programs. So why don't you start there? She will also come there and meet us there. So that's the way we went to Mukibam, and we met Geeta. Then Mukibam program was over after a period of 6 months. Then Geeta said, if you want to continue, why don't you come to Saaac? Saaac at the time was not registered, so it was in the Geeta's basement we were working. So I took Geeta there. So Geeta's students, dance students, they were the volunteers at the beginning. I used to say I'm his volunteers. So they are the people, so that's the way we got engaged with Saaac.
Actually, it was inspired by one of the doctors, Dr. Siva Yogam, who came from Sri Lanka, and he actually went to Omni to find out, who is the person, how do we get hold of somebody who is doing autism. So they went to Omni Television. Omni called me to say, can you connect with these people? So Dr. Siva Yogam said, why don't you just, start something, I'll be behind it. And I told him, I don't have any medical background, nothing to do with this. But he goes, no, you only need the passion to do it. So that's how Saaac was formed.
So in the summer of 2009, we began our summer series. Every weekend, it would be Geeta, her dance group, myself, and the families, the Saaac families, bringing their kids, usually to an open park or Oriole Community Center, and I think Milk and Mills as well, for just activity periods. And we'd spend maybe 2, sometimes longer, 3 hours playing games, soccer. We'd have them do warm-up exercises. We'd also, include maybe a little workshop around food, and we'd bring out these awful tasting gluten-free cookies and baked goods, because we were trying out different diet things for the kids. And we did that throughout the summer, and it was a really good opportunity for the families to get to speak to one another, figure out what kind of issues they had, and look at what we could do going forward.
And in terms of Saaac and its growth, it's very, it's very emotional for me, because seeing an organization that was very small, and now every 6 weeks we get 10 new kids coming in. And I still remember walking into this new center now and seeing that this is our place and our home. So going from a temple basement to a center where now everything's organized, we have our own space, we're more free to do what we want to do, is really great.
Trouble melts like lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere.
volunteers, I will tell you, is amazing. You should have passion to work with the kids, first of all. So kids came there, and they are in university, they are still coming as a volunteer. And some of them are working, still they are coming to volunteer. Saaac is not only working with kids with autism, they are bringing the younger generation into the awareness. I'm thankful the parents who are sending their kids to volunteer at Saaac.
There's a lot of discussion around how we can educate our parents more, and I think what we want to do going forward is put our parents in a position where they are behavioral therapists. Because when you think about children growing and developing and becoming successful, it's all down to parents. What children with autism need are parents with those skills. So giving them those skills. People talk a lot about the 20 hours that a child needs per week. Those hours can be had at home, and they can be had for free. You don't need to worry about motivation. I mean, there's nobody more motivated than a parent, and give them the confidence that they've already started to get, but that they're going to need. Because we're not a 6-month initiative, we're not a 6-year initiative, we want to be a lifetime initiative. And to do that, we need to come up with sustainable solutions. And that's ultimately through our parents.
You want to know